Somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean, far from mainland Europe, there is an island that travelers often describe with the same sentence. It does not feel real. This is Madeira, a small Portuguese island born from volcanoes, surrounded by the Atlantic, where mountains rise above the clouds. Madeira belongs to Portugal, but it does not feel like mainland Europe. It sits in the Atlantic Ocean, closer to Africa than many people expect, with steep cliffs, deep valleys, green mountains, and a coastline shaped by the sea. For many visitors, Madeira was discovered by Portuguese sailors in the 15th century. When they arrived, the island was covered with dense forests. That is why it was called Madeira, a word that means wood. For centuries, this island remained isolated, protected by the ocean, shaped by mountains. In recent years, Madeira has become one of the most talked about islands in Europe. Not because it is loud, not because it is flashy, and not because it tries to look perfect. People come here because it feels different. Travelers compare it to Hawaii, Switzerland, New Zealand, and even a fantasy movie. But Madeira is not a copy of anywhere else. At sunrise, Pico do Arieiro becomes one of the most beautiful places in Europe. The mountain stands more than 1,800 meters above sea level. And when the clouds are low, the world below disappears. The sky becomes an ocean. The peaks feel like islands. And for a moment it feels as if Madeira is floating between earth and heaven. Many travelers wake up before dawn, drive through darkness, and climb into the cold morning air just to see this view. The trail between Pico do Arieiro and Pico Ruivo is one of Madeira's most famous hikes. It is not just a walk. It is a journey through clouds, tunnels, stairs, cliffs, and silence. The path moves along sharp ridges, then disappears into the mountain, then opens again to impossible views. Some travelers describe it as walking inside the sky. Others say it is the most unforgettable hike they have ever done. This is one of the reasons Madeira became so popular online. Deep inside Madeira, the mood changes completely. This is Fanal Forest, a place of ancient laurel trees, moving fog, soft silence, and strange beauty. The trees look old, twisted, almost alive. When the fog arrives, the forest becomes dreamlike. Photographers travel from around the world to capture this place. Some visitors say it feels like another planet. Others say it feels like stepping into a fantasy film. On the eastern edge of Madeira, the island changes again. The forests disappear. The land becomes dry, open, and dramatic. This is Ponta de São Lourenço. Here, the Atlantic Ocean surrounds the cliffs on both sides. The wind is strong. The colors are warmer. The rocks feel older. This part of Madeira shows the island's volcanic soul. Water has always been one of Madeira's greatest treasures. For centuries, the people of the island built narrow irrigation channels called levadas. They carried water from the wet mountains to farms, villages, and valleys. Today, these levadas have become some of the most beautiful walking routes in Europe. They guide travelers through forests, beside cliffs, under waterfalls, and into hidden green valleys. Walking beside a levada is not only a nature experience, it is walking through Madeira's history. You hear the water moving beside you, you feel the cold air of the forest, and slowly, on the northern coast, Madeira shows another side of its volcanic past. In Porto Moniz, black lava rocks formed natural pools beside the ocean. The Atlantic remains wild. The waves crash with power, but inside the volcanic rock, the water becomes calm, clear, and almost unreal. Seixal is one of Madeira's most surprising places, a black volcanic sand beach, surrounded by green mountains and the Atlantic Ocean. It does not look like the typical image of Europe. It feels more remote, more tropical, more cinematic. Many travelers call Seixal one of the hidden treasures of Madeira. The contrast is unforgettable. Even driving in Madeira feels like part of the adventure. Roads climb sharply into the mountains, tunnels cut through volcanic rock. Small villages appear between cliffs and valleys, and suddenly after one turn, the ocean opens in front of you. Travelers often say that in Madeira, the journey between places is as beautiful as the destination itself. Every road feels like a viewpoint. Funchal, the capital of Madeira, brings a softer rhythm to the island. Here, the mountains meet the ocean, and history meets daily life. Old streets, markets, gardens, harbors, and cable cars show another side of Madeira. For centuries, ships stopped here while crossing the Atlantic. The island became a meeting point between Europe, Africa, and the ocean routes of the world. Today, Funchal is calm, colorful, and full of small details. Perhaps this is why Madeira connects so deeply with people. It is not only beautiful, it feels personal. Some come for hiking, some come for photography, some come for the ocean, some come for silence, but many leave with the same feeling, that Madeira gave them space to breathe. In a world that often feels too fast, this island feels slow. In a world filled with noise, Madeira gives you wind, water, clouds, and silence. That is why it became a trend. Some places are beautiful, some places are unforgettable, and some places simply do not look real. Maybe paradise is not in the Pacific. Maybe it is not in the Caribbean. Maybe it exists here, in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, on a small Portuguese island called Madeira, a place of clouds, forests, volcanoes, water, and silence. Madeira is not just a destination, it is a feeling. Would you visit Madeira? Comment below.